Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and you beautiful rainbow people in between, welcome back to the Belfort. I'm Sloth, working with a new program, the Vanilla Decaf OBS Studio. So this might get a bit scuffer than usual. I can't freely change between scenes without OBS just not picking up Final Fantasy XIV for some reason. So expect it to just stop capturing the game at random intervals. I don't know why. I cannot find anything on it. So we're just going to have to play this stream by ear. Without further ado. When we last left off, we went to the fairy kingdom of Ilmeg. We met the Pixies, the Foth, the Numo, and the Amaro, and then we came face to face with Titania, the king of the fairies turned Light Warden. After which, Knight returned to Ilmeg. Ilmor retreated, and then we met Solus Zosgalvis, aka Emmett Selch, Peregrine, and Arch Hassian. That's kind of where we left off. So yeah, let's just see how this goes. The party soon divided. The manager of the suites is in a cheerful mood. Good morning to you, sir. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the ocular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. Well, that seems kind of redundant. Right, let me turn my mic down a bit. If there's any issues with the audio, just let me know, because I won't know otherwise. Game volume, mic volume, like anything. You just have to deal with me in the lower right hand corner, because I can only turn that off via a few button clicks instead of just switching screens now. Hey guys, how's it going?
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Ooh, there's a guest? Ah, it's Pepe Le Pew.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of
take a drink of
meddling
water.
with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words,
Truth.
I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
Too true, Thancred, too true.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth.
He's watching me intently.
Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs. I like that.
And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity.
Can't blame us, dude.
Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes.
Same mistakes?
Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
Let's take up juggling.
What was that all about?
What indeed?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he hadn't.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a moment. If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did.
Yeah, but...
It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters.
Okay.
I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far.
You're welcome.
In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amarang, and Raktika remain.
Raktika?
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown.
True.
Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Amarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Yeah, but they're like actively searching for you, Alphino.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
This is true. Let's go pick up.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
This is true.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me. You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
It would be no trouble.
Ah, it's so good to have Urianger
My thanks.
actually part of the party.
While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luram.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
Indeed.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphinaud, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
That's an odd team up.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Why, thank you. Huh. Guess we're heading to join Y'shtola. Alright, what do you think, Miniphilia? At last, I can finally meet Y'shtola. Takumi has told me so much about her. There are so many ruins scattered throughout Almarang. I'm honestly not even sure where to start. At the beginning. I confess, a great deal of time in Clusia was spent befriending the people. But that is not to say I gave no thought to our primary goal. Once I have escorted the Exarch to Ulmor, you can be certain I will do all I can to discern the whereabouts of any warden that may be hiding in Clusia. I should be glad to apprise thee of Y'shtola's recent endeavors during our journey to Raktika. And Thancred? Minfilia and I are no strangers to Raktika, but this is perhaps the first time we bothered entering through the proverbial front door. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There's a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet, within that hall there remains a certain tablet whose writings, I believe, may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey unto Fort Job, that we might secure this relic. Alright, guess we're off to Fort Job then. Nannybot, activate! I do not doubt this place may weather another assault by the Siniders, but they cannot hope to hold out should the Ulmoran soldiers return. Even with their limited numbers, the guard can use the terrain to their advantage. Perhaps I can convince the captain to lay a few traps out in the field. Thancred and I have come across these ruined churches before. I wish I could have seen them before the flood. Windows were works of art, I'm told. Oh, so they had stained glass. Here amidst these ruins we find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall the tablet we seeketh. This time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Helmet. A little faith. Urianger appears lost in thought. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as a testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood, with its inexorable tides, would draw nigh everyone, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from the fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name Sin-Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet, where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. Fair enough. As per usual, Urianger remains... what's the word I'm looking for? Verbose. 'Twould be most unusual, but mayhap the hall was built below ground. What say you, Thancred? Despite the architectural prowess, I can make neither head nor tail of anything in this place. You would think the remnants of a church would be more conspicuous. Where's Miniphilia? Miniphilia! Is that you? Yeah, there you are. Hello, Miniphilia. I see no sign of the church, but it must be around here somewhere. Well, now that everybody has a sentence, let's actually go down those stairs we found, shall we? Ooh, snazzy. Blue colored flames. That's the thought. Cutscene. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time. Yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. Faith in light did reign, so rose reverence for the dark. And its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these halls belong not to those who built them, but to the worshippers of the dark, the knights blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Oft and many times did Ilmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in her seclusion doth labour to learn all she may of the blessed and the past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Alright. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Maybe I should just leave that off. Easier to transition. Okay, so it's one of these. Can anyone tell me what this infernal tablet even looks like? where the tablet of fragment of Holy Scripture should most assuredly rest here on this altar. Yet this would, I presume, also have been where the Blessed would place the font of seeing used in the practice of the fate. Whither then would they have set the tablet? I could barely see my hand in front of my face. If only that torch were a little closer. Tablet. Hello. Hello there. You have located the time-worn tablet. Yay. In the table. Thank you, Kin Arin. Kiana Rin, rather. Within the altar, thou sayest. Oh, there we are. Easy as. I certainly hope this is what we were looking for. How were you able to see in the dark? And inside the altar of all places? I got rabbit eyes, which probably won't help me see in the dark now that I think of it. I don't like that too much. Let's go ahead and move the chat down a bit. There we go. That should be a bit better. What saith you, Urianger? Naught escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are writ in script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth, displaying the exarch understandeth the Stola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for a journey into the woods. Okay. Rabbits rely only on ears. That's right. The eyes on the side of the face are more for peripheral vision in case of predators. They usually rely on their ears to hear, much like deer and other such prey animals. Into the dark. Urianger is ready to leave, but not before first offering a piece of advice. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed, which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deemed light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases, masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name to the Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Woods border. Okay. Nannybot, activate! Headed over yonder, it seems. I feel like I need to talk to NPCs because I feel like I've been missing a lot of dialogue. I know I have no reason to, but I can't help feel nervous about meeting Y'shtola. Yeah, she's kind of an intense figure. Nuclear war-headed and a leader of the ordinary lately. It will be good to see Stola again. I pray thee heed mine explanation of the blessed customs. 'Twould be ill-advised to provoke their ire. This is true. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Great word. Stuff, Y'shtola. Yes, of course. Right this way. I'm sorry, what?
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow.
Lochi?
Braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Oh, that is too good. Lahi?
We have arrived.
Yeah, no shit. The woman singing in the distance might have tipped me off, Yorianje.
Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Ooh, nice. Cydia and Ronka. Oh, god damn it. Here we go.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule.
Oh, that's right. He was the Emperor of Garlemald, wasn't he?
Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days.
What the fuck is a halcyon?
Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
Your lips are weird, dude.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Go Thinkraid.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows?
How's that?
Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
Alright, so how's my mic volume in comparison to the game now? I'm working with OBS, not Streamlab, so learning to adjust things. Let's turn myself up a bit. How far art thou? About the same. Alright, well, let's just keep it here. Notify me of any other audio things, because that's the hardest thing to wrangle in these programs. Audio is wishy-washy at times. Alright, continuing.
No. Ha! I think not. I am an observer, nothing more.
Doubt.
Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Does it always start up like that? Just at the very beginning? Just like, oh yeah, we were in the middle of the song, we faded out, and now we begin with a lohi? Let's see. A suggestion. At the end of the stream, watch the composer sing this song. Oh, we're gonna have a reaction today, are we? It is. Even Preach was complaining. Yeah. Well, if there's ever a man to take a word about streaming and the music within the game, it is the man himself, Preach Gaming. I've seen some of his content, though I've only recently started following what he does. Thancred has told me of the Asians, what they have done. If he isn't willing to help, is it wise to let him stay with us? Not really. He never opened his mouth again. It will be too soon. What is it now? You expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Oh, very well, I will humor you this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come now and then. What do you wish to know? Why choose this form here in the first? Well, well, a curious question. Mortal flesh is but a vessel into which we Asians pour the elixir of our souls, molding it as fits the occasion, or not, if we choose. Be it for a year or millennia, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Though, as your friend over there can attest, there are those of us who would forego such alterations. He was ever the rash one, La Habrea, jumping from vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him. So, what he's saying is that we fought La Habrea when he was weakened. We've never had to tussle with a fully strength Paragon. Interesting. It's also a really cool way of saying why a level 50 La Habrea is and a level 60 La Habrea with Igyorm is weaker than possibly a level 80 Emmett Selch. What say you, Urianger? This plain or Asian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the light warden remaineth, the sin-eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years passed. A swarm of sin-eaters did lay waste unto the largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on. Wayward souls wanted of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore the land, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Go. Maybe I should take back what I said about Urianger. Everything he says is rather intense. What the fuck is that? Why is it that every time I go into a new area, there's something hellish? With Ilmeg, it was the fucking giant spiders. Here was whatever the fuck that was. A facehugger? Jesus Christ. Well, is this a friend of yours we've come to meet? I want your coat, sir. Urianger said they were rebuilding, but there's no one here. We both know how Urianger enjoys painting pictures with words, but he did not exaggerate about this place. This is a hellish planet, is it not? You know, too true, too true. Surveying. It's a trap! Thy
I see
milk
little
shall...
sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
If you say so, sir.
Now, surround them!
Hey, a lion himbo. Oh, wait. He brought his friends. I'm a motherfucking tank. Oh, you're gonna have to do much better than that. What's surrendering? Okay.
These Senators, they're not like the others.
We're not Sin Eaters, dude.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please.
Alright.
They mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Oh, positives. I mean, is there any other option? Why even provide the other two? There can only be one way. There can only go one way. Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Oh, this is too good. Oh, he looks
for
at
the love of I
God.
had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so I retire to the shade. Good luck.
Are you sure we didn't just enter a sitcom or something?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
You really didn't.
Enough. Runard, report.
Hey, it's the cat wife.
Master Matoya.
Hey, she's looking great.
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not?
Yeah.
Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether.
She has been here for what, 3 years?
Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Ah, she recognizes Minfilia.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not.
Oh, she doesn't recognize
There
us.
is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
In her defense, I was a rabbit woman last time she saw me.
It cannot be.
Bonjour. Nice to meet you too, Master Matoya. Wink wink, nudge no, say no more. Mum's the word.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome.
Yeah, well, got rid of the ASEAN.
I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Alright, looks like we're good. We're not losing a lot of franking. That always gets me. It's like a verbal sucker punch. Oh, that's never gonna get old. That she should imagine him a stranger. There are 2 parts to this story. Well, I look forward to experiencing them. I didn't expect it to be so imposing in person. I don't know what you expected, but this is Y'shtola we're talking about. That ended a lot better than I might have. No thanks to Elmid's self. You have been busy since arriving in the First, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travails in a more suitable surroundings. With Fourth Gorn yet to be rebuilt, the Night Blessers have made their home in the settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. Alright. But I see an ether current, so I'm gonna grab that first. Alright, not too bad. Just a few drops in fame. Frames, nothing as big as yesterday. Yeah, nothing nearly as bad as yesterday. Hey, Y'shtola. There you are. I was beginning to worry. I had an ether current to get. Much like the 12s would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. You work at night, by chance? No. It is morning for me. It is 9:16 a.m. to be precise, Pacific Standard Time. Pourquoi? Porque? Nani? And so on. To make the home here and so swiftly would surely have required no small amount of ingenuity. A most impressive feat, wouldst thou not agree? Too true. Have you ever seen such a tree? To think, those were only its roots. Wait, what? Holy shit, this thing is huge. Finally, a place to rest. Yeah, and I need the right to get. Yoink. Alright. What say you, Y'shtola?
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements.
So there's others?
They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
They've done well.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are simple people.
Oh no, I'm good. This is nice. I like the town thing.
Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Yes, ma'am. Would you rather me stream during my nighttime? Ah, we got the Matoya theme going.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
That's fair.
My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I have come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka.
Oh, it's pronouncing that correctly.
A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded.
Oh?
Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape.
Huh.
Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Ah, so this is when the Viero Ridge is.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
Smart Light Warden.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Yeah, she's always been one to adapt very well, Thancred.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
Ooh, catty.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Oh, shit.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Whoa. Trading blows. Holy shit, dude.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will.
And thus the beam.
And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Oof, trading of blows. God damn. Y'shtola, as per usual, pulls no punches. New pants. I wish I'd never. Yeah, doing just fine, kid. But say you, when Y'shtola first arrived in the First, she made swift work of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Her thirst yet unsated, she then journeyed hither, seeking the wisdom of Ronka. She found no own way of welcome from the Blessed. However, 'twas not until the Great Fire, where she denied the Sin Eaters a feast of ether, that she gained their trust. Since then I have served as a liaison twixt Slitherbow and the Crystarium, that she might be kept abreast of the other's efforts. A day in the neighborhood. Y'shtola staring off into the distance, lost in thought. I'm not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to highest standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alize and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the First. Change is a part of life. We can but hope to change for the better. Perhaps you should be concerned about how you have changed. Nope, first one's good. You're right. And after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worse. We'll have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering the tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherborough. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the Plaza. No, it's not a door. That's a door. Hey, you big lion man, what's up? Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for a less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? Places. Things. From the Crystarium, I see. This tablet you brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika. Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I join you? Of course, of course! Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. I can't get his accent down. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow may have come to find solace. It is not to say there are not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sun and the sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us. I have no doubt that the others feel the same. People's voice range can only go far, so don't worry. Yeah, that is true. I'm gonna have to get a drink of water after this cutscene. Holy crap. Or refill my bottle, rather. She is as much a part of the Night's Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. Oh, look, that's a happy Minvidia. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask our guests to adhere to so long as they reside in Shadowbringers. Show reference to the dark. My inner word, yes, but fear not. It is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Yes, sir. Alright, I'm gonna go refill my water bottle. Be back in like a sec. Since this is still relaxing music, I'll just leave this on in the background. Alright, and we're back. Got myself a drink of water. Hopefully my voice will be far less worse for wear now. Then again, when it was dry, it actually felt like I had control over it. Blech. Anyway. Ooh, this is a snazzy place. So I like what they've done with the candles here. They're not actually a flickering or anything, they're just flat. See, Gigi likes them. Come, Gigi. Should you see any of our people come into these chambers, they are likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. It's simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel before for just a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Dude, you should just dip me in like a tea bag. Because I'm like the warrior of light. That's what you're gonna have to do. But, let's say human failure. You mustn't be rude to our host. This is true. Alright. Kneel. Wow, that took a while to load. As Runo lightly sprays you with the water, your skin begins to tingle. And what? And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not fresh exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I want to say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effects. It has. By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are sin eaters. I jest. What you feel was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alan Tuta. Isn't that the actor from, like, Firefly and many other things? In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say, good evening. The world is not a safe place as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is it a handshake or a gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alan Duta, and they will know you as friends of the Blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. You are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Alright, let's go have a talk. The chat mode will say enter Alan Tuta to greet the villagers at Slitherbow. Wow, using chat mode a lot this expansion, aren't we? The elderly woman smiles warmly. Okay. Wait, I just realized that the Mughals here have blue balls above their head instead of red. That's a small but nice touch. A newly come traveler. Alan Chessy, and welcome to Slitherbar. You must forgive us for seeming strangely reserved. We are quiet and taciturn people, silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Probably keeps you from drawing attention too, which is a good way to do. I believe it's called a pom-pom. They are of a hive mind-like connection to one another. Wonder what the other Mughals in the entire realm felt when me and Segura pummeled those ones in Margom. Alan Chessy, welcome friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not, our medicinal tea will help you keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. Neat. Neat. So we have to swing on back to Rudnar now, or Rudnar, however you pronounce his name. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. Runear. Yeah. There's an R at the beginning, so I'm just gonna butcher that name. Fucking speech impediments. See now that they've come to thrive in these woods, even with all the sin eaters. Runear. A helping hand! Judging by the glint in Runar's face, or eye, there's more for you. That's a small potato. There's more for you to learn about Slitherbar. Just rune with a plus R or R at the end. Runar. Ah, you have returned? Very good. Just talk to me when I can... Okay, yeah, whatever. Know that they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions, and there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Alright. Can I have a giant flying bed? Speaking of which, we should arrange food and lodgings for your stay. A friend of Master Matoya cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it would be my pleasure. Seems just nice to be polite to our hosts. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. God, that looks heavy. May I help too? Of course, one of you should do the filling and the other one the watering. Speak to Isabella when you finish. She will be relieved to hear that the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your rooms and a warm meal. Excuse me, I'm gonna clear my throat. Fighting off a cold, so my throat is a bit worse for wear, but I shall press on because the story is just too damn good. Right then, I'll fill you water. I'll fill you water? What? Oh, I'll fill you water. There we go, that makes sense. There was only one jug that I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack at the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before the water leaks out. Take the jug of water to the square before the contents leak out. You will have 45 seconds to complete the task. If you fail, return them in a failure again. Run, 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 run! I can't even sprint! This is bullshit! Why the hell is my sword just waving around like a wind chime? Oh, hey, Isabella. You have watered half the plot. Fetch another jug to take care of the rest. This is bullshit. I demand a raise. Oh wait, he's not paying us. It seems there are a lot of cases of sore throats going on these days. Maybe it's winter or something else. Might be spring coming in with all the pollen opening up, at least where I live. Is that enough to fill the plot? Once more, my dear. Only half? I see. Well, let me refill the jug for you. The amount of jug of another... Take another jug. We have 30 seconds to complete the task. Holy shit. Are you serious? I'm jealous. What, pollen? The whole plot has now been thoroughly watered. Lovely. We have non-stop snow for the past 2 weeks. Okay, confession time, chat. I live in California. Unless you're in the mountains, or like far enough north, there is no snow to speak of. It means sunny days and it gets cold as in Europe, right? So you use Celsius. Coldest it's gotten during winter is this winter at least is about, that doesn't sound right, but what do I know? 7 Celsius. And the warmest it's gotten during winter is 23.8 Celsius. Now in comparison, the lowest it gets in summer in California is 29 Celsius, and the highest it gets in California in summer is 46 Celsius. So, okay, I hope those were accurate to you. I don't know if that translated correctly, but yeah, so. I know I have European viewers, so it's like, you know what? Forgo the Fahrenheit, just go for Celsius. It's easier that way. But yeah, that's the coldest and warmest it gets just through the year. So we're looking at 7 in winter in California, and I said like 48 in summer. It gets colder elsewhere, but in California it's like summer. And the worst weather we get is like cloudy. Maybe some fog. We pay for a sunny day. It's joked that we pay for our sunniness, and that's why rent is so expensive here. We have a range of -22 to 86. Damn. What the fuck is 86 Celsius? Wow, that's a lot. And, oh. So... that ain't too bad. But that's still a huge range. Damn. Yeah. I guess you could wear shorts and a t-shirt in California weather no matter the season. But yeah, pollen, sunny skies. We have a lot of pollen just because we keep planting male trees. So, I think I read that somewhere. Let us continue on! But stay warm, KO2, because Christ, -22? Fucking hell, man. Hello there, General Kenobi. Hello there, Mini Kenobi. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. If you needed something, I want a giant flying bed. I think you mean you wanted the crops? My apologies for not noticing sooner. I had been rather distracted of late. Living in the middle between the most strongest winds, most seasons make this crazy range. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, what was I going to say? Lost my train of thought. I'll think of it later. Stay warm, man. Now it's your nose. Yeah, probably. You watered the crops. My apologies for not noticing sooner. I had been rather distracted of late. What, you have a choice to chat to? Watering the crops was always Toda's duty, but she's no longer with us. Sorry to hear that, bruh. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything we can do to help? We could plant something if you'd like. There's no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides for us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. Fair enough. I don't know how you manage. Have the blessed not considered leaving? Life is surely to be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Pray tell. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. Yeah, hearing the light is fucking terrifying. It became white noise and then you mentioned it and now I hear it loud and clear again. Jesus Christ. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in Raktika Greatwood. I see you've read your history. But there is a history that is told, and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. The homes, the loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became the souls of those lost in the flood when the bodies were reborn as sin eaters. The people were without answers, without hope. The gods have drowned along with everything else. It seemed like nothing was beyond the reach of the light. Oh, that's bright. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. So we work in hand to open Kingdom Hearts. And in truth, they found new faith. Belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond those burning skies, the sunless sea above. This is why we pray, the safe passage of the wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss. For the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remained in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. So many seeking paradise in Umor. It's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to the worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to the material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts. To live alive, to keep alive the legacy they have left for us. This we must do for them, our children, and the generations yet unborn. Minfilia be learning things to keep the legacy alive. For those we can still save. Lost but not forgotten. Runar has more work to be done. Pray tell, good sir. Done tending to the crops already. Something, something, something. Ah, she gave a little bow. How polite. Very good. It should not be long before your rooms are ready. Runar. Spoilers, spoilers, spoiler. Can't tell. Okay. In the woods, sin eaters. I fear they may have touched. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbar. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they move on. Sir, but what a Toda's heartstone. It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for the Sin Eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate to strike the beasts down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days past, Todia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is our most valuable possession one can own. It is a custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at the funeral, as an offering to the heavens, but now. What if I could find it for you? I have an experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like the others. Master Matoria called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descendant of the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need of help, and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. Let's go kick some Sin Eater ass! Bonding time with Minfilia. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we could deal with them in no time at all. You're goddamn right. Go swiftly. May the shadows keep you both. God. It's that time of the day when my mouth sucks fucking up normal English. I should have taken that course in Pig Latin. Blue quest over yonder. What we do for a family. Vardon is in a hurry, but not in such a hurry that he can deny a helping hand. You guess the Master Latoya was telling us about. Please, you have to help me. I search high and low, but I can't find my friend Carnus anywhere. I fear he's run off to Fort Golf again. It's where we grew up, but it was abandoned years ago after the Sin-Eaters attacked. The place is teeming with all manner of beasts now, and Master Latoya has expressly forbidden anyone from setting foot there. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but we have to find him before he gets hurt. If you should find him first, you'll want to tell him our password. Tuck-to. He's the skittish sort, so don't delay in telling him, so he'll know you mean no harm. And here's one. Alrighty! Let's just get to it, I guess. Oh man, that is never gonna get old. Lahi, put a big coat on. It should be around in summer, I think. Cool pose. There! Sin-Eaters! Oh, it's another one of those. And there's two of them. Great. I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Well, let's get to it then. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? Though, there are only two. Go kick their ass! I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other one. Go, go, Knife Daughter! Oh god, that hurt my ears, I'm sorry. Nahi? I summon Quay! In attack mode. And I'll eat my grape. I didn't catch it properly, so I didn't know. It hurt my ears, and I'm wearing headphones, so. Put a big coat on. Hello, good sir. Are you ready to hear about our Lord and Savior, Quay, Chocobo of Religion? You're from Slitherwalk. Farthon must have sent you then. Must find until that damned beetle. Something to scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't. What's that then? 'Tis but a flesh worm. You liar! Come on, you pansy! But I'm starting to feel numb. My vision's grown cloudy. First of all, I dropped my only vial of serum somewhere in these damned woods. You should find it for me. Sure, what the fuck is that? Hello, Vivo9. You can log in once a day and wait for 140 days for all your skills to upgrade. Wow. Fuck off, Beetle. You're no George Harrison. This must be it. The only downside to this expansion thus far is because it's daytime all the time, you don't get to enjoy the night themes as much. I think that most of the daytime themes have been absolutely gorgeous. I haven't played EVE Online. Heard it gets really, its fans get, for lack of a better term, really fanatic. Like, weirdly fanatic. Like, one dude took down an entire city's electricity just to fuck over their marketing. So you came back after all. There you are. Did you find it? Here you are. Thank you. I should be fine now, after a bit of a rest. What were you thinking coming back here? You could have been killed. I had to, Vanton. With my father. Alright, well, you two, good luck with that. Hey, Minifiller, are you okay? You know that. There you are. I am now Pot Chocobo. Jump on my back, Minifiller, and we shall ride into the sunset. It's done. Oh, I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. Hey, that's good enough, kid. Oh, careful there. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, I have to find the Heartstone. They said it was a piece of jade, right? So it's hid over in the bush. Alright. Leaves. You brush away the leaves and uncovered a brilliant jade gem. Green gem, rather. Minifiller, I found it. Weave my way around these fucking beetles. My only weakness. A rock ill placed in my way that I can't jump over it correctly. If you have any luck, here you go. It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thinkert always said you were a man of many talents. I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to even be half the hero you are. Look, take it from Alphino. Don't try and go on that route, Minifiller. There's just no measuring up if the plot has anything to say. The hero she was. I'm sorry. I think I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. The Slitherbow. From what I gather, you have one free starter ship that you can use as many times as you wish. Anything else that you have will be gone for good. Everything is overpriced because of the massive inflation. All you do is add for skills to level or construction to finish building. The rest of the time you can do some simple pirate farm quests or endless mine resources for building and selling. The more you know. Thank goodness you are safe. I began to fear the rust. There you go. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be fed by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, the souls are ensured peace in the dark. That's nice. Well, out with it then. Thancred, I can explain. It was me, Thancred. I was the chocobo all along. Or something of that nature. Let's move along and ignore what I just said. Saying good-bye. Uno lets out a sigh of relief. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the Blessed. I must insist that you and your friends attend Toda's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go inform the others. It will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Stop. Indra and I will learn so much of the Night's Blessed while you were away. And we helped recover a lost heirloom out of the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but I needed our help. We were Sin Eaters, and as long as he accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. Injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you? Let's just say a little bird told me, and it's telling me now that Indolent has business with us. Something the matter? Yeah. Thancred, are you hearing bird voices? I thought I was the only one who hallucinated. They've asked us to attend the service. Of course, we'll go. It's been being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. Alright. Over here. I think he was saying that he was spying on you two. Ah. We could have helped, jerk. Hello, Placid Elder. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Captain's log. James. Tiberius Kirk. Blue flame candle. A handmade candle of the Night's Bless. It burns eerie blue when lit. Neat. And now we wait. I don't think we've ever attended a funeral before.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Sure, but like, the juxtapose. It's interesting to me that Thancred and Miniphilia are wearing all white, while Urianger and Y'shtola are wearing all black. Huh. We did in ARR after the Waking Sand. That's right. He brought corpses to people near Drybone, where Sid ended up hanging about.
Let us begin.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia.
Oh, I got
but
that
in the
wrong.
dark, we shall remember her always as Menin. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Cool. Getting a lot of lore in these groups. Ah, and it makes a starry sky. That's a neat touch.
We call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks.
You're welcome.
The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
I think Square presented a paid add-on for 3D sound for the game. You know I don't deserve such reverence. Should have liked the meta.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars.
There's a good thought, Miniphilia.
We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
It's okay, Miniphilia.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact.
Oh?
Urianger and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Yes, ma'am. Alright. Come, JJ. We have a meeting to attend. Hopefully Y'shtola has good news to share. The chance to reclaim the night has lit a fire in Miniphilia that I would see kindled. What do you suppose she's gleaned from the tablet? It turns out the tablet was a recipe for the greatest potato salad you have ever eaten. That being fucked up. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Ooh. That is rather nice. Stirring up trouble. Y'shtola seems quite pleased with herself, but whether she has good or bad news to share remains to be seen. Continue. First, let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronka Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with the neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Exmaya? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove in themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire, provided we are able to decipher said instructions. We may entreat the rune's protectors to grant us a safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan texts and translations into more modern dialect, which came to use after the fall of the Empire. I'm confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Sitia, quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the Children of Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate the encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require more time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Sure thing. Before you ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, we'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Then let us convene outside to the rest of Slitherborough, where the path diverges. Right. Hit me with that lahi! All set. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted in Selric, to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he is aught to share of the recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There's a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them unto the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. That's fair. So far, so good. Not as many frame drops as an ill-made. And an ether current. Right. Uh-oh. They got some great flavored circle. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. You okay there, buddy? By the blessed dark. Oh, it's that dude again. I think. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. Your acquaintance of Master Montoya, then? My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? A little shaken, but he's alive. Shaken, but not stirred. At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. Then I took a notice of the venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the blessing, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we could use the present preoccupation with the spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I liked it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure the hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at our outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost, search for the beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once you've knocked them out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Well, Locky? Taking some smoke bombs. Alright, so just use the smoke bomb. Don't give a licking. Very tenacious bees. Holy shit. What are they feeding you? And into the bag you go. If anything, I just say you are having fun. I don't know what it is about Rocktika, but it seems far funner than Il-Meg was. I'm sorry, a forest flamingo? I don't think Square Enix has ever seen a flamingo in their life. That, good sir, is not a flamingo. Smoke bomb? Oh, now there's 2 of them. Great. Into the sack again. Alright, we got him. I know what it is. The Lahi is taken away from being able to hear the light. Alright, guess we'll have it with me for dinner. God returned to Slitherborough, not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? There you go. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. A beautiful plan. He still is ready to move. The children's settlement is to the west, a place that called Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance, which leads to the spider's nest. If the fates are kind, way will be clear. Let's go see. Oh, fuck them! Get the fuck away from me! Why the hell are they living in pots? Up there is the airway. Do you see it? A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though, we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed. Enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? It is a meat-eating plant. Don't understand why you are supplies. Yeah, after everything we've seen thus far, that should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees! By the abyss, they're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! Bees. Sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all are drawn away from the post. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it that any signs of the struggle are concealed. Failing that, will create a distraction to buy you stolen more time. Should anyone get past me, I'll see you to guard her. Yes, sir. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Thinker, the shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready. Okay. Wow, that's certainly a name for a place. Fuck off! Hi! Hi! Oh, no, goodbye. Is this the right way to Disneyland? Thanks, buddy. Nice hat. Little bat. Little bat. Hey, someone actually noticed me. Sorry, can't stand to talk or sign autographs. Got a place to be. Catwoman to talk to. What's up, my good bitch? Goodbye, my good bitch. Hello, you stole it. Goodbye, you stole it. Where's it called the womb? Hello there. The font of Sing suggests this chamber is for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from the worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. Yeah, I saw it. Those look familiar. Pretty sure the swamp woman is telling me to murder them. Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch of the entry. Second thought, do you mind examining the mirrors on these walls while I look over this? At a glance I can tell they are old. Very old. Old as balls. Predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. It would behoove us to learn all that we can. Fair enough. I'm always expecting it, but like a sucker punch, it always just comes in. Some of the murals take note of what events they depict. You may move the camera. Yeah, you got that. Okay. Well, let's start from right to left. Primitive mural. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature's shadow. Other figures surrounding the warrior rejoice in their victory. Also look at your stola. Can I? There's nothing to gain from staring at my backside. Now please, I need to concentrate. Fair enough. Ronkan mural. The mural appears to be very old. The ruler sits atop a throne, attended by the subjects. The mural appears to be fairly old. The knight shields himself and their comrades from encroaching darkness, as such a figure is considerably faded. Oh, cutscene.
These paintings.
Oh, God.
They seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
Hello, Patrick Swayze. It's Sparta.
There was a man. A researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it. Slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was. But he had a good heart.
I'm gonna assume that was their version of Sid. Or not.
He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day.
Nice.
One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever.
Actually, it looks
Maybe
like...
I'll paint you myself?
Actually, it looks like...
I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds.
Actually, it looks like the first version of Ungest.
But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
I'd rather not be turned into a monument.
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
Sure. That was a version of a guy who monk class works with. Good to know. Maybe I should have been a monk. Fly? There we go. Good to see you. See my distraction prove successful. Good job, Thancred. I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Indolent, did the murals appear to be of any significance. Fictions of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Roman Empire, and immediately before the Flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. But it has no bearing on the task at hand. Perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. Fair enough. Certainly was something for us to do. Unwanted proposal! You're sure the thirst for knowledge sated, she seems content to return to Slitherbow. Let us hurry to Slitherbow. Others are waiting. After we return, two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. Alright, let's go teleport off to there then. Hello there, good sir. Indolent, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to rule over an oath. No sooner did you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. She is safe, and that is all that matters. You must be hungry. After such a journey, why not have a seat there by the fire? The stew will soon be ready. What do you mean we're at stew? I mean I'm at stew. Dale! Dale!
Strange.
Daylight come and
the others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
Sure. After this expansion and after the battle with Midgard Soma, I have a lot of questions about the blessing light. What is it that it gives us?
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it?
Uh-oh.
The blessing may spare him the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. He is not as he was in the source.
But losing a lot of frames suddenly.
Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that he has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask.
That's what she was thinking when that flashback.
The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Help! Someone help!
Oh, great. That's bodes well.
The Umorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Meanwhile, no more.
Lord Vorthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say, how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
God, that is just snarklated.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness. They have slain sin-eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers. So I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve.
As opposed to what you're doing.
Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god.
Oh, great. Here we go.
I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss. Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome, and we will, once we eliminate the Sin Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now, and the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making, or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord Vorthry. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains, and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception! What? How did he... Insolent swine! I will not stand for this!
Ah, there he goes baby mode again.
Do you hear me?
That's a big baby. Yeah, that is true. Which means we're dealing with that. Look, it's a guy I do not care about. Something, bow before you more. Boring character, whatever.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you've come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vorthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness?
We have reached an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith.
Great.
You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed.
I'm sorry, are we in Crusader State Europe?
Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, but you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
Oh yeah, this is Crusader State Europe.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
Now this entire story is good until Ron G keeps showing up, and it's just like, I just really do not care, dude.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
Yeah, he's there to be a road bump in an otherwise spectacular story. Okay. That Ilmore has gained a foothold here in these woods bodes ill for the Knights Blessed. Yeah, no shit. Surely there's something we can do to help the Knights Blessed, isn't there? Yeah. The god hath been afflicted with the most terrible and efficacious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. Put to the proof. Oriange wears a somber expression. How fareth the young guard? The poison spread through his system long before he was brought here. At present, there is naught we can do but try to ease his pain. Do not blame yourselves, my friends. All that can be done has been done. Even had we reached him sooner, it would have made a little difference. The children employ countless poisons. Finding a suitable antidote is a nigh impossible task. What of the Blessed? How have they taken the news of Ulmore's generous proposition? With anger and dismay, we cannot hope to oppose both them and the children. I consider the convocation of all the Knights Blessed, that we might consider the ultimatum, but I know how they would answer. Master Montoya, I am truly sorry. We cannot abandon our faith. But there is no reason for you to suffer for our decision. Your work is not yet done, and you still have time to flee. Flee? I am not one to run from my troubles. In fact, with Indolent's arrival, I am minded to take the offensive. The Morin's presence here plainly stems from a desire to protect the Light Warden. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were darkness to fall over Raktika, they would have no cause to remain. All of which is rather easier said than done. Unless, of course, you finally deciphered the tablet. I have. As a matter of fact, and with it we can prepare everything we need for XIV. What say you all? We need to act quickly, and I believe it can be done. We cannot deny our fate, but one course lieth before us. The Knights Blessed. Good. I leave the Blessed in your capable hands, Renaud. Very well. I see there is no change in your mind, but by all that is dark, I swear to keep the Blessed safe. According to the tablet, you must first need to obtain the seal used to identify the allies of Ronka in the times past. One such seal should be waiting for us in a complex of underwater ruins not far from here. You should have some experience in subaquatic excursions, do you not? Indeed I do. Then, this should prove a simple task for you. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lake... Tusi Mikata... Mikta. While you see to that, Minfilia and I will remain here to shore up Slitherborough's defenses. Your aid would be greatly appreciated. Alrighty. Sounds like the beginning of Eye of the Tiger. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. The Great Deceiver. Velen is gravely concerned for a friend. Say, aren't you indolent? Master Matoya speaks quite highly of you. I'm sure you have more important things to concern yourself with, but I need help. There's no one else I can turn to. It is my friend, Quinfort. Ever since we were young, he's always excelled in the arcane arts. In fact, even now, he's training to become a priest of the Knights Blessed. Perhaps the greatest of his gifts is clairvoyancy. But I fear it's taken a toll on his mind as of late. He's always been different, but not like this. He's changed, frighteningly so. The others think him no stranger than usual, but they are wrong. I mean to prove it. You don't know him like we do, which is precisely why I'd like you to talk with him, to get an objective opinion on the matter. Assuming we can find out what ails him, hope there's a way to cure it. Must have took him for the prophet. Prophet? As but told by the will of the wood, we meet at last. I'd been expecting you, indolent. Shh. No one else must hear of this. Not yet. My dreams are played with the visions of the future. Calamity is upon us, and each night I witness our impending doom. But hope is not yet lost, for the dreams speak to me of a savior in the form of a great serpent. It is revered as the god in days of the Ronkan Empire, and I believe it yet lives in the Great Wood, waiting to be roused from its slumber. It has many names. Many would call it the Protector, Some the great destroyer. The way of the woods demands I find this great serpent. It's our only hope of salvation. I have been chosen into it to be savior of this little burrow. So this is where you two have been hiding. Now that you've gotten to know one another, what do you think? His dreams are an ill omen. You believe him? Oh dear, I fear I've made a terrible mistake. Please don't tell me you have communed with the will of the stars, some such nonsense. You just call him Minfilia. Villain, please. We're in the midst of a most important destruction. When you first began talks of these dreams and delusions, I held my peace, but I won't let you drag anyone else into this. Such a narrow-minded thinking is why only I have been chosen by the wood, by the great serpent. Yes, Quinfoot, whatever you say. You've mocked me for the last time, Valon. I will summon the great serpent this very day, and prove to you the truth of my visions. Quinfoot, wait, where are you? Fuck. To meet with misfortune would likely bring him to his senses, but he's my friend and I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt out there. Will you help me look for him? If anything should happen to him, I'll never forgive myself. As well. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the whimper of the sun. Lahi? Sinister music and then Lahi. Over there. I think I see him. No, don't. Stop. Wait. Vampire Vine. That sounds reasonable. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Enough, Cornfoot! I mean, should you recognize the danger of wandering off alone in these woods? Ha 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 ha! You really have gone right out, haven't you? Mock me all you like, Valen, but now bear witness to the truth of your own eyes. Behold, the divine protector of Ronka, the great serpent of legend. No, it can't be. You fucking what, mate? Are you taking the piss? Having a laugh, are you? Have a gaff? I'll knock your bloody head off. Surrender me, mum. Put your fist off, you fucking scowler. That's the great serpent. I see nothing great about it. That... What is it exactly? I refuse to believe that is a serpent. Please tell me you're joking. Do not be jealous, Violet. The will of the word works in mysterious ways, and this serpent is key to our deliverance. Alright, nobody give crack to Quinford anymore. Alright, good luck with your mad friend, Colin. Should I call you Velen? There you are, ready for a swim. I mean, after what I just saw, yes. The seal we seek should be stored in a chamber somewhere inside the ruins beneath the lake. However, the entrance is seemingly protected by a subtle locking mechanism, rooted in the symbolism of Ronkan culture. Ronkan sought to live in harmony with nature, considered certain animals to be sacred. Foremost on the pantheon was the snake, traded as the protector of the world. Yeah, I just saw the snake, I'm not impressed. And the arbiter of life and death. Below were 4 others, each within rank: the coral, the colibri, the opopo, and the wolf. Characterized as bringers of liberties, words, enlightenment, and harmony, respectively. To open the chamber containing the seal, the tablet states that one must pay due deference to 3 of these beasts by placing one's palm on the monuments wrought with their image, and that this must be done in a specific sequence. If my interpretation is correct, the order can be discerned from 3 commandments, which as follows. Give praise to the snake, by its strength do our lands prosper. Be as the opopo, rival thy kin, and all parts seek betterment, so too does the whole. Be as the wolf, move as one, peace comes to all who seek harmony with their kin. Tablet says not of the placement, size, or appearance of the monuments. Alas, hopefully all will become clear once you reach the bottom of the lake. Go safely. Alright. That's snake, a popo, and wolf. Splish! Activate Nanobot! Serpent. You find a statue of a snake. Yep, see that. You said something stir elsewhere in the lake. Take this more. Fucking no. Coral, no. There we go, Popo. Find a statue of a Popo. Yes. Sense something stir elsewhere, like. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to find a 3rd fucking chamber. Over yonder, according to the mini-map. Oh, that must be it. Last one is a wolf. That's a wolf. Once more, you sense something stir elsewhere on the lake. Perhaps the chamber containing the seal is open. A door opens to reveal a pedestal upon which rests the medallion. You take it to secure it inside your clothing. Alright, let's return to your stola. A bubble equal monkey. Oh, be a room to the right. Never mind. So I got your fucking medallion. Bling, bling, bitch. Did you find it? No, I just came back soaked to the bone without the medallion. Here. I touched a statue and died from the poison it held. Good job. I guess. This medallion bears the insignia of the Empire. Can be no doubt this is the seal of Ronka. Well done, Indolent. We can begin our preparations to enter Exmaya in earnest. New weapon. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. God, that looks garish and ugly. Meh. Into the wood. Ystula would waste no time heading to Exmaya. Wearing the seal, this should be possible to enter Exmaya unmolested by its guardians. I will go ahead to Slitherbow and inform the others. When you have recovered from your exertions, meet us in the cavern leading to the east of the village. Just like the tower. Neat. Let's have a gander then, shall we? Let's see. That way. Nice. Still not really a big fan of its design, but that is a cool effect. Well done, designer team. Oh, well gathered. Glad to see you safe. Everyone is ready to go if you are. That you all found the seal is perhaps bittersweet proof that the aid for which it was so painstakingly forged never came. Thus did the Empire crumble, its ruins acclaimed by the wood. Fate is ever a fickle mistress. We've done what we can to prepare them for the worst. Still, we should hurry before the children return with their morning reinforcements. Good, you hear. Una opened the gate for us but a moment ago. Beyond lies Exmaya, and presumably the Light Warden. It did not take long for the Wood's protectors to find me when I last came here. Expect them to fall upon us just as quickly this time. Are we heading into a dungeon already? Though we carry the seal, this is no reason for us to let down our guard. Now, let us seek out the Warden and put an end to its reign over these woods. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. Alright. Lone blue fountain. Make a path. That's neat. Blind Forest of Exmaya. And there's an ether current. One moment. Fuck off. rabbit hole. Alright guys, where'd you go? I don't know why there's one here.
It would seem we have found them.
Yep. Definitely the Viera expansion.
You trespass upon sacred ground! Be gone!
Oh, great, they all have accents. It's Johnny!
We did not come to!
Nice moves, Ishola. And the finisher?
Stop! We mean you no harm!
Sister, is that...
We are allies of the Empire of Ronka. As is customary, we come bearing the seal of the Emperor.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what? Okay. Oh, wait, what?
It appears to be genuine.
Oh my god. I don't know what your name is.
And perhaps there's yet hope.
Perhaps. We acknowledge your seal, but we must be certain of its authenticity. Follow the azure flowers to our village. There we will judge if you are friend or foe.
I'm sorry, they're not just blue, they're azure.
Try not to stray from the path. All right?
Oh, she doesn't have an accent. And they're gone.
Follow the flowers. Would it kill them to escort us?
Don't look a gift rabbit in the mouth, Ishtola.
But if it affords us an opportunity to investigate Ixmaya, fine.
In the words of Hien, let us be about it. I can see it always ruining the mood, but I can't help but chuckle. It's just... Oh my goodness. God, this musical choice must have bit square in the ass at lunch. Does remind me of Flight of the Amazon, though. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and do an accent. Well, I'll give them an accent, but it'll just fall into my usual angering all of Ireland and Scotland with the horribleness of my version of it. I would have the seal that we may confirm its authenticity. Straight to the point, I see. Very well. There's no mistaking the crest of the royal family. It is the proper size, but its rate is plain. It was made of gold. Seal is indeed genuine. For 3,000 years, we have waited for this moment. Now you are finally here. I bid you welcome, allies of Ronka. I am Elmet, chiefess of Fanro. I am Umet, her younger sister, and obviously the best one. I am Simon. A pleasure. We were beginning to lose hope that you would come. Beg your pardon. These are troubled times for my people. Though I can but imagine what compelled you to venture into our wood. You must be tired after your journey. Come, take your ease. If you'd like, I will show you about the village. Though I must warn you, it is a long way down to the 4th floor. Do watch your step. But no acknowledgement that I'm a Vi too? Thanks. The top of the tree. Top of the tree to your laddies. Simon is staring intently in your general direction. This way, what's your name? John Cena. England. And this is a common name nowadays. How times change. But I digress. Come, be sure to watch your step. If I fall off the ledge, can I make a goofy sound as I go down? It's built confusingly. Great. They call themselves Vi's, is that right? Not a terribly diverse people from what I see. For a moment I was worried they wouldn't accept the seal. For 3,000 years did they wait. Incredible. No, darling. Once we have learned what we can of the Warden, its whereabouts, we should be on our way. Fair enough. Azure Lane just added a ton of maids to the game. Don't think I've played that one. We are descendants of the Palace Guard, which served under the last emperor, and to this day we carry on the duty of our forebearers. The final decree of His Eminence before Ranka's fall. By the wisdom of our people was Ranka made to thrive. Such knowledge must never be forgotten, nor may it be suffered to fall in the hands of the wicked. Keep it secret, keep it safe, and look to the coming of our allies. Unto them shall bequeath our all, thus will Ranka live on. By his command, we have remained in Raktika Greatwood, guardians of Ranka's ruins, and the wisdom held within. I hope thou wilt not think the question impertinent, but did thy people's famed longevity perchance play a part in the Emperor's decision to entrust this mission unto thee and thine? That was one reason. Yes, we Vais would easily live to see 3 of your elven lifetimes. We were also the fiercest fighters. There are none more fit than us to stand watch over the remnants of Ranka. But our duty has grown ever more perilous in the wake of the flood. Settlements such as this one were plentiful before the light claimed dominion over the land, but now Fenrir is all that remains. Our numbers dwindle year by year. Before long there will be no one left to honor the Emperor's wishes. And you believe we are the allies for whom you have waited. You have the seal, did you not? After 3 millennia of waiting, that alone is nothing short of a miracle. Truth be told, I had begun to think you would never come. Sister. That is a sulk if I've ever seen one. We are glad of your presence here in the Greatwood. The wisdom of Ranka is yours should you wish it. You need only ask. Sup? You have a giant bed that can fly? You come in search of the Light Warden. My apologies, I do not know where it makes its lair. Himmet, do you recall any sightings of this creature? Not these past 30 summers. 30? That would mean how old are you exactly? In Philly, come on. Read the room. Awkward silence. Young enough to remember. No. With age comes knowledge. There may yet be one among us who has seen or heard of the abomination you seek. Yeah, we have leave to speak with the other Vise then. But of course. Then we should split up and inquire individually. If someone knows something, I would hear it while there is yet time to act. This feels like a good time to call the stream. They never do reveal their age. Do all Ria live that long, I wonder? They are also known for their incredible longevity, as they can live to ages upward of 240 years. Okay, I think I got that all set up. I forgot I had to reset everything back up for OBS. Anyway. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Do you know Nahi?
Yeah? Her face! Her face!
Will play Nahi.
Oh, okay. You play Lahi then.
Music start!
What? You fucking what, mate? Are you taking the piss? Oh my god! She is trying so hard not to laugh. Oh no, it got worse. It was on one of the fanfests they held. This guy wrote all the music too, while having cancer of fighting it. She's trying so hard. She's trying so hard. She's like, I need a raise. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm... What? Okay. A Toton. Lahi. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Hmm. 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 I'm so happy I don't do karaoke streams. I mean, I already torture you, chat. I already torture you with like what I would call voice acting. So breathtaking, yes, breathtaking, illustrious, magnificent. Holy shit! what a way to end a stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. I'm pretty sure I broke one of the Geneva Accords. But, thanks for stopping by. And we will continue tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Good night. What the fuck?